This is a very strange story revolving around two twin sisters whose lives are as contrasting as night and day. The twins are Boo Boo and Bibi. Despite being identical by birth, their lives could not be more different. Boo Boo struggles with her weight, which makes her extremely self-conscious. Because of this, she rarely steps outside and spends most of her time at home, singing on social media without ever revealing her face. Ironically, she has a massive fan following, and everyone imagines her to be extraordinarily beautiful. This creates a constant fear in her mind that if her followers ever see her real appearance, they might abandon her instantly. On the other hand, Bibi lives a completely opposite life. She is a popular pop artist with thousands of fans and is a member of a band. She is confident, skilled in dancing, and undeniably attractive, qualities that have earned her a place in the group. However, despite her glamorous image, she cannot sing at all. Her teammates secretly dislike her because of her arrogant attitude, but her looks keep her in the spotlight. One day, their manager informs them that Bibi has been selected by a famous singer, Hi, to collaborate on an advertisement video. Hearing this, the other girls grow jealous as they believe Bibi lacks real talent and has only been chosen for her appearance. A few days later, reporters visit Bibi's house for an interview. Bibi hides Boo Boo and lies, claiming that her sister lives out of town for studies. This deeply hurts Boo Boo, who feels invisible in her own home. Though they are twins, their relationship is far from warm. At school, Boo Boo is constantly bullied and simply waits for her school days to end. Among the bullies is a handsome boy named Shiok, whom Boo Boo secretly likes. A year earlier, she had given him a love letter, only to be publicly humiliated by him and others. Since then, she has stopped talking to him, yet her feelings stubbornly refuse to fade, because, as it turns out, the heart often ignores logic like a rebellious teenager ignoring curfew. Meanwhile, Bibi attends the shoot with Hi. However, it quickly becomes clear that she has no real talent beyond her looks. Hi harshly insults her, cancels the shoot, and leaves, revealing his own arrogant nature. This leaves Bibi devastated, as her opportunity slips away. At the same time, Boo Boo is outside searching for her lost dog. As night falls, she encounters an elderly woman and helps her reach home. Unexpectedly, this woman turns out to possess magical powers and offers to grant Boo Boo a wish. Without much thought, Boo Boo expresses a desire to exchange her life with her sisters. The woman gives her a locket, and on her way back, Boo Boo suddenly loses consciousness. At the same time, Bibi also faints. When both wake up in the hospital, confusion unfolds. Their mother calls them by opposite names, leaving them shocked. Soon, they realize that their bodies have been swapped. Boo Boo is now in Bibi's body, and Bibi is in Boo Boo's. Completely panicked, they even try the absurd idea of hitting their own heads, hoping things might magically reverse. But reality, unfortunately, is not a reset button you can press after a bad decision. Then Boo Boo recalls the locket and realizes it is the cause of everything. They rush to find the mysterious woman, only to discover that she has gone on a 1-month vacation. This means they are stuck in each other's bodies for an entire month. Bibi, now in Boo Boo's body, threatens her to behave properly and even shows her dance videos, insisting that she must learn them. Meanwhile, Bibi finds Boo Boo's life surprisingly easy. She simply stays home all day, as Boo Boo used to. The next day, they prepare themselves, exchange phones, and step into each other's worlds. Bibi, now in Boo Boo's body, eats freely without worrying about weight, since it is technically not her body, an attitude that is both liberating and slightly unfair. At school, the bullies begin targeting her again. Though she wants to fight back, she restrains herself, realizing that Boo Boo would never react that way, and quietly walks away. On the other hand, Boo Boo, now in Bibi's body, attends a show where she is expected to dance, something she cannot do. Hai watches her and initially assumes she is completely incompetent. However, when Boo Boo sings, her voice leaves him deeply impressed, and he becomes equally mesmerized watching Boo Boo perform. Back at home, Bibi watches all this unfold and begins to worry. She realizes that once Boo Boo returns to her original body, people will expect her to sing, but Bibi herself cannot sing at all. And just when things could not get more complicated, Boo Boo returns home with unexpected news. Hai has offered her a duet song. When Bibi learns about the duet offer from Hai, she becomes furious. The memory of how badly Hai had treated her during their last encounter still stings. She tells Boo Boo to take revenge on her behalf and strictly warns her not to work with him. The next day at school, Bibi is now living in Boo Boo's body and comes across Boo Boo's diary. As she reads through it, she finally understands the extent of bullying her sister has endured. The realization fills her with anger, and she marches straight toward the bullies to teach them a lesson. When they try to bully her again, she confidently stands up to them and shuts them down completely, leaving everyone stunned at how drastically Boo Boo has changed overnight. Meanwhile, Hai apologizes to Boo Boo for insulting her earlier. They proceed with the recording, and after listening to the song together, an emotional moment leads them to kiss. That night, the two sisters sit together and talk about their day, yet strangely, neither reveals what truly happened. Bibi feels deeply unsettled, knowing that 15 days still remain before the mysterious woman returns, while Boo Boo feels the opposite because she is happy and does not want to return to her original body anymore, especially because she has started falling in love with Hai. As time passes, Boo Boo and Hai begin meeting more often. On the other hand, Bibi continues reading the diary and discovers that Boo Boo had once auditioned for several singing opportunities. However, instead of recognizing her talent, people judged her based on her appearance and rejected her. This realization deeply affects Bibi, making her reflect on how unfair the world can be toward those who do not fit conventional beauty standards. In class one day, a group of girls dances to a song, and Bibi watches them with amusement. She is challenged to perform the same dance, and to everyone's shock, she delivers an exceptional performance. The entire class is left amazed, unable to comprehend how Boo Boo has suddenly become so talented. That same night, Bibi discovers Boo Boo's social media channel at home. Out of curiosity, she accidentally presses the live button and goes live. Her followers finally see her real appearance and realize that the voice they admired belongs to a girl they had never imagined. Within moments, subscribers begin dropping rapidly, and her fan base disappears. That night, Boo Boo cries uncontrollably and wishes that everyone would forget what happened during the live session. Miraculously, the next morning, everyone has forgotten, even Bibi has no memory of going live. Boo Boo realizes that the locket is granting her wishes, but at a cost. Every wish brings harm to someone close to her. Soon, 30 days pass, and Bibi becomes excited, expecting everything to return to normal. The sisters visit the old woman again, but she has still not returned. Boo Boo then understands that this situation is a consequence of her own wish because she had wished to remain in her sister's body forever. Regret begins to set in, and she makes another wish, hoping that the woman returns soon. However, this wish triggers another consequence. News about Boo Boo, who is now in Bibi's body, and Hai's relationship spreads across the media. Furious, Bibi confronts Boo Boo, accusing her of taking advantage of her body to get close to Hai. Their argument escalates into a heated fight. At one point, Hai arrives and pushes Bibi aside, prioritizing Boo Boo. In that moment, Boo Boo realizes something painful. Hai might have been drawn more to Bibi's beauty than anything else. The next day, Boo Boo visits the old woman's house again, but instead meets her daughter, who reveals that the woman has passed away. She explains that the only way to undo everything is to make a sincere wish from the heart. Boo Boo shares this with Bibi, and both sisters, filled with hope, make a heartfelt wish, but nothing changes. Days pass, and life continues in uncertainty. One day, the two sisters meet outside an office building. Suddenly, Bibi is about to be hit in an accident, but Boo Boo rushes in and saves her. When they both regain consciousness in the hospital, everything has finally returned to normal. They are back in their original bodies. That evening, Bibi meets Hai and breaks up with him, realizing she cannot stay with someone who is connected to her sister's feelings. Around the same time, Shiok apologizes to Boo Boo for his past behavior and confesses that he likes her. However, Boo Boo rejects him, as her feelings now belong to Hai. A few days later, Hai organizes a music competition. Encouraged by Bibi, Boo Boo participates and performs the same song she had once sung with Hai in the studio while she was in Bibi's body. Her performance leaves everyone deeply impressed. In the end, Boo Boo and Hai are seen together, recording music side by side. This time, however, the meaning is different. It becomes clear that Hai values talent over appearance. And just like that, the story concludes, leaving behind a gentle reminder that true worth lies not in how someone looks, but in what they truly are.